Hey, what's going on YouTube? Sorry about the lack of content in recent months. Just had a lot of personal things going on and really have just had some struggles with YouTube as a company and as a platform. I never really mentioned this to you guys in the past when I was doing videos, but realistically, I think I was doing videos probably for like 7 months, and for 6 of those months, I was reaching out to YouTube via the help button and making no money on the videos during that time, which realistically, guys, there wasn't a whole lot of money to be made there anyway. And that really wasn't my primary goal, was to monetize, you or the videos or anything like that at all. But I just had some questions regarding the ability to get, copyrighted content, into the videos. How do I make the videos the best as I possibly could for you guys, and not get, knocked or get my, my channel banned or, suspended or whatever. And I had done a little tiny channel before, just on some like RGB burn-in fixing for older monitors, CRT monitors, plasma monitors, monitors or screens in general that just had burn-in issues. Just made a real quick, stupid little RGB, flashing deals, and had them up for a couple of months, and they actually had like 250,000 hits. And I did monetize that channel, and for whatever reason, it was interfering with my my XP and PC channel, and I swear to God, it was like talking to a wall that would talk back to you and just give you these robotic, idiotic responses. Like I say, for like 6 months, I was trying to query people, some kind of a human being at YouTube, and literally getting nowhere. But it's funny because, they send back these responses that make it sound like you're talking to a human being. So after a while, I just got so disheartened by this. I would send questions that the machine just couldn't answer, and it would come back, obviously, that it hadn't actually been read by a human being, and it just pissed me off to no end. And I almost just wanted to stop doing the videos, because it just really felt like YouTube as a company was just trying to cash in on me and my work. It's a lot of work putting these videos together. It just is. And I don't mind doing it, but if I'm going to do it, I want to do it for you guys. I want to do it for the right reasons. I want to try and bring you guys some insight into some things, some reviews, previews, my ideas about technology, and gaming, etc. That's why the channel is really here. And I just was pissed off at YouTube and at Google for not providing any kind of support whatsoever. There is literally no phone number to call, and they had me running around in circles and jumping through hoops. I'm a pretty tech savvy guy, and I'd get these emails that just were unhelpful, completely impossible to follow the instructions, and they would send me from one FAQ to another with no resolution to any issues I had whatsoever during that 6-month period. Like I said, the bulk of the time of me doing those videos, I was just getting shit on by YouTube as a company and as a platform. So really disheartening, guys, and I apologize again for the lapse in my videos. I actually had to go and cancel the other channel and delete all of that content, and I didn't even make a single penny on that channel either. So it's almost been a year, and I really appreciate all of the support, all of these subscribers, all of the views and the comments, etc. And I want to thank you guys for that once again. And again, I'm sorry about my issues with Google and with YouTube, but realistically, it is a massive problem. I've heard tons of people say the same thing, that we're just not worth their time until you get to be a very, very large channel, 1 million plus subscribers, which I'll probably never be. I could be on here for 200 years and probably wouldn't hit that mark. But in the meantime, they just literally do not care 2 shits about me, other than, of course, to make money where they can off of my content, and they do that. If you guys ever seen commercials in my videos, or whatever, ads pop up, little banners. Those are companies that literally are just cashing in on the work that I've done, whether they own any kind of IP, a song or a video, in that video is questionable, and they just don't care. I mean, you can say, hey, this content is free of copyright, or you can say whatever you want, and they will not pay any attention to you whatsoever. They just honestly bang you. They just love it. YouTube loves to bang the small channel guys, and apparently there's a way to get around that by joining a group, which I really don't have any interest in doing, to be honest with you guys. I really kind of do my own thing on here, and people who are in a group like the Red Dragon. I think he's in a group of some people that provide him with some different insights, different resources he can use to make content, and he makes content for him and for that group, and they get a cut or whatever if he monetizes his videos. But again, guys, I just very, very upset with the policies that are in place and the lack of support that's in place for smaller channels on YouTube. And I was looking into it, and I thought, a lot of these guys have these Patron accounts. The bigger YouTubers even have these Patron accounts, and I thought, why do these guys have Patron accounts? Aren't they making enough money off of just the YouTube videos? They have all of these views, and it turns out YouTube actually gets a 40% cut off of anything that you do, and you really can't say anything about it, because it's like it's like your job. If you don't want to do it, the next man up will do it, and they'll pay him probably even less than you're working for. So they get a massive cut of any profits that you might get, and if anybody makes a claim, which YouTube just scrubs the crap out of every video that goes up. I bet you I had probably half the videos I made that never made it onto YouTube because of something stupid that was flagged in the video, whether it was just someone talking in the background or some music that was playing very, very low in the background, or in a game. If they don't want to let you play the video on YouTube at all, they don't have to. If they want to take all the money from that monetization and show their own commercials ahead of your video and get the money off of that, they can do that too. And again, you really have no say about it whatsoever. And YouTube gets their cut and pays you no mind, because they're making their money, and they can give two shits about the smaller developers, the smaller content creators. So it really is like the North Korea of the internet. It is a total dictatorship, and there is no alternative. Right now, YouTube is the only major video hosting service. It does not host live content like Twitch, but I know Twitch does allow for some replays and stuff like that of the content. But as far as a video hosting service for archived video content, YouTube really is it. And I think Facebook is number 2 in terms of hosting video content because of the new Facebook Live thing. But realistically, it's not even close. I mean, Google, obviously being the #1 search engine and owning YouTube, is always going to prioritize showing you anybody who searches for anything and goes to the video section in Google. They're going to show you their videos first, YouTube's videos first, because they're going to make money off those videos, regardless of who's getting fucked or who is doing the fucking, whether it's them or whether it's a third party that may or may not even own the content, or somehow it gets flagged regardless. So it's just, it's absolutely pitiful, and it really is disgusting, in my opinion, that YouTube, they have no competition. It is a completely anti-competitive marketplace, and in my opinion, it should be looked at, by the government, and they should say, you guys cannot have a monopoly on this. They're making money hand over fist, and using the other fist to just do whatever they please with, and it probably stinks. So anyway, guys, I had to get it off my chest. I'm sorry that I haven't been on here in a few months, but that has been the major thorn in my side. And I ended up having to delete the other channel, like I say, altogether, just to get this channel to work for me whatsoever. And Again, I apologize, but yeah, I got a lot to cover. There is a whole lot of stuff coming down the pipeline in 2017. I'm really excited about, everything from Vega and Ryzen from AMD, NVIDIA obviously coming out with the 1080 Ti, and possibly a larger Titan Pascal Black Edition with the full GP 102. Intel is kind of boring me right now with, it kind of seemed on the defensive, honestly, guys. Look, they're kind of like AMD did back with the, the incremental clock, increases, and just maxing out their clock speed to try and, fend off AMD that's going to have a lot more cores, a lot more threads, and be able to automatically overclock themselves based on the conditions that they are in, the cooling solutions that they have available, with no intervention or knowledge from the user whatsoever. Just stick on another cooler and bam, your CPU will figure it out and clock as high as it possibly can. That sounds amazing. Really cool technology coming from AMD this year. I'm looking forward to that. And like I say, NVIDIA will have some stuff in store for us as well on the GPU side. And Intel hopefully will get their shit together and bring down the prices on those, super expensive, high core 6, 8, and 10 core models. Currently right now, the Broadwell E series going from like, $500 to like $2,000 for a CPU. And I really cannot wait for AMD to just kick them right in their balls and take their lunch money and give that lunch money back to the people. So looking forward to that. Also looking forward to stuff on the mobile front this year. There's some excitement with a lot of the SoCs from Qualcomm and Samsung and other companies moving to a 10 nanometer fabrication process. Should see some really, really good gains in terms of just overall performance per watt, which is very important in the mobile space and should increase battery life and performance on all of our mobile devices in the near future. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to some of the updates in Windows 10 with different scaling options and stuff like that for high resolution monitors, virtual reality, augmented reality, and obviously looking forward to some stuff on the gaming front. Just a lot of stuff coming in 17, like the Xbox Project Scorpio, which is rumored to have again an AMD Ryzen CPU and Vega GPU. So that thing should be an absolute monster, in terms of memory bandwidth, in terms of just raw computing horsepower. That should be a true 4K capable box for your living room and deliver some outstanding visuals and whatever else you're running on it for that matter. So looking forward to that. Other than that, guys, looking forward to just having some progression with my peeps, humanity as a whole, getting off this rock. Elon Musk has made some major moves last year with being able to land rockets using retro rockets and land them upright. Had numerous successful missions doing that. Some other guys doing with smaller rockets as well. But Elon Musk really is driving innovation forward for humanity and to get us to be a multi-planetary species, a multi-rock species I call it, because we got a lot of rocks around us orbiting the same ball of gas that we are, and we have yet to populate any of those. So not a good idea to keep all your eggs in one basket. Hopefully that won't last too much longer and we can take advantage of this little window that we have before we blow ourselves up to get off of this planet and at least become a two rock species. Even bacteria moves from place to place and doesn't stay in one spot too long, which is a good idea. So anyway, guys, hope you all had a phenomenal holiday season. Hope you are having a great new year, and I wish you all the very best, the most success, in your personal lives, in your technology, that you get the best of luck with that. And sometimes things don't work out as they're supposed to with tech, but hopefully you make the right decisions this year. If I can help you along with that stuff, I certainly will. And gonna do some videos here in the near future, just about looking forward what we had to look forward to, on a technology front. So getting back to the usual here, guys. Sorry again for the lapse, but I'll be on here again shortly. In the meantime, you guys take it easy. Peace out.